we have even more new and updated lore about disappearing Primarchs. In this book, The First Founding, I did a video about Jagatai Khan, but there's also a page dedicated to the disappearance of Corvus Corax, the Primarch of the Ravenguard. Now, we all know the story about Corax going to the Eye of Terror, but in this book, it expands upon that, and it also has another theory of where possibly the Primarch of the Ravenguard could be. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump in, I'm going to read that page, and I'm going to give you my thoughts, speculation, feedback, and obviously go down that rabbit hole all about, is Corax going to be one of the loyalist Primarchs that will return to the Warhammer 40,000 setting in the distant future? So let's jump in and let's get waffling. So you're free to follow along in the background, and the page states, Chapter Legend, the disappearance of Corvus Corax. It's believed that the Primarch of the Ravenguard has not been seen in the Imperium since after the dissolution of the Legions. Legend says after Corax slaughtered the monsters he created in his failed attempt to rebuild his devastated legion, he was racked with guilt and anguish. It is told that he locked himself in the era, his quarters in the tallest tower of the Ravenspire for an entire year, and that when he finally emerged, the only word he spoke before departing was nevermore. The most commonly held belief is that he left for the Eye of Terror, hoping to find some kind of redemption in self-imposed exile, pursuing the traitors who destroyed his legion and brought nigh the entire Imperium to ruin. Conversely, there is an all but secret tale kept on record within the Ravenguard's Librarius that in fact Corax never left the Ravenspire, let alone Deliverance. It claims that he locked himself away in stasis, awaiting the time when he would be granted the Emperor's forgiveness for failing to contain the treachery that made itself known in the Isvan system. Among the most bizarre tales is that Corax eventually turned into a being of pure shadow, an evolution from his ability to disguise his presence to all around, even when apparently fully exposed. Corax's fate is ultimately unknown, and so the Ravenguard maintain to this day an ancient vigil for his return. It matters not to them that it is continued for 10,000 years without the slightest hint, let alone a definite sighting. They know their Primarch will only allow himself to be seen, and if he wishes to evade them forever, he is more capable of doing so. The vigil's purpose is twofold. First, it tells the Primarch, who may well be watching, that the Ravenguard will never forget him or his teachings. Second, it serves as a beacon of hope for the chapter itself. Now that is the main bulk of it. There is a little bit at the bottom which I just want to talk about right now, and it talks about when certain veterans and certain people of authority in the Ravenguard who are on Deliverance are granted access to the Ravenspire. They basically shut down all the stasis fields in the Primarch's quarters, and they get like an unsettling sense that something is there, but they don't see anything. Like the parchments that are hung up around Corax's room, it's all writing that you can't make sense of and stuff like that, and it's a very, very weird feeling, they say, when they come back from there. For me now, reading that, like, the old lore was always the old lore that like, of course, Corax went into the Eye of Terror and he was like nevermore because of all the disaster that happened with his sons when he tried to remake them, but of course they made them into monsters because the Alpha Legion got involved. I'm sure you know that story from the Horus Heresy, but actually adding that secret layer now to it, where apparently he never left, right? He never left Deliverance. He never left the Ravenspire. He basically locked himself into stasis for the Emperor's forgiveness. I think that is absolutely an amazing thing. Maybe Corax is still on Deliverance, waiting to return. These are the open-end secrets that I think Games Workshop are really laying down the foundations for, so they can bring certain Primarchs back. Just like Jagatai Khan, just like Corax we've just seen, even just like Rogel Dawn, because back in the old lore, before, Rogel Dawn was actually killed. His full body was encased in amber upon the phalanx. But now the new law changed it where it's just his fist was found, and that is now encased on the phalanx. They're leaving it open-ended to bring these beings back. Now, I know someone's going to mention in the comment section, we know Corax is still there because his demon form, his ghost form, his shadow form was basically in the warp hunting Lorgar. We have that short story, and you're absolutely correct. We do have that. We do know Corax is out there trying to do things. But as it mentioned in that passage of text, in that book then, it literally said that some think that he ascended to a shadowy form. What if, like, Corax himself can be two places at once? He can leave his body, but then also turn into, like, this shadow demon monster thing and literally hunt his enemies. That would explain that book about the shadowy demon monster thing hunting the sons of Lorgar, the word bearers, and Lorgar himself actually in the warp. It all starts to make bloody sense. Again, I think I need a foil for this video. It's not Friday yet, it's Friday tomorrow. We're doing an Emperor video for the foil wrap video. But yeah, the new lore, I love reading stuff like this. Again, updated new lore. And hopefully, on the horizon, we'll start seeing a lot more love for the Ravenguard. Apparently, they're about to get some love during the Kill Team box. That's supposed to be out in November, I'm hearing, and stuff like that. They've just got some brand new decals, and the Raptors and stuff, the Sons of Corax, they're getting some love actually on the tabletop. So I'm hoping we get more and more love for you Sons of Corax, because you do deserve it. I've always said that I'm waiting for a absolute amazing Sons of Corax book. I could just a Ravenguard book, a Raptor book, something like that, which I can literally say, wow, this is fantastic. I haven't come across that yet, hence I don't really talk that much about the Ravenguard because they don't really inspire me. So hopefully something is out there. I would love to get your thoughts and feedback on this, as we always do on this channel. What do you think about Corax? What do you think about that updated and new lore and stuff? Apparently he's still locked in the Ravenspire, or the secret is, or the rumor is, and stuff like that. It's rumors within rumors, circles within circles, as we always tend to say on this channel. I love it. I absolutely love stuff like this. There's a bunch of new lore in this book. I'm going to start doing weekly videos on it about not just Primarchs, but the chapters themselves, like the Blood Angels, the Dark Angels, the Imperial Fist, Space Wolves, Salamanders. There's so much awesome stuff. There's actually a page dedicated to Vulcan's Lost Relics. Do you want that as a video? We actually know all the names of Vulcan's Lost Relics, what they've got, and what they are now looking for. I'm sure that may be mentioned somewhere in the Space Marine Codex, but it's an awesome page, and it actually has pictures of them, which is, again, absolutely fantastic. Anyway, enough waffling for me. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in a bit. Have a great day, and bye-bye.